All right, so let's get to the next clip. This one's called Rogan Talks About How Critics Are Really Funny People.
What was read in the thing. These are the critics. You'll find
Critics
this
are my
hilarious.
favorite people.
Tom Shales, Washington Post says, a sickening exercise in cruelty and venality, rotten and despicable. Wall Street Journal, the most depressing, nauseating, disgusting primetime series to date. And Joel Siegel, Good Morning America, thrill ride of the summer.
Number one.
I think they're talking about Fear Factor here, or UFC.
Now, what do you do when you wake up the next day and you see that stuff?
I laugh. First of all, they're critics, and anybody
Or his stand-up. I'm just kidding.
who sets out to become a critic is a loser. That is a fact. Critics are all failures. No one wants to be a critic. They're failed authors and screenwriters. They are dodgeball victims, and that's why these people are writing these little scathing reviews.
Hey, buddy. Everybody's a critic, okay? I know you be criticizing people all the time on your little podcast. Okay? Everybody here's a critic. I know somebody's going to be criticizing me in the comment section.
No one sets out to make their life's work to critique other people's chances. Those people are all p***s, every single one of them. Every one of them. That is a fact.
Can I tell you what I feel bad about?
What?
Is I was a dodgeball loser.
Well, you know what,
I'm
dude?
trying
It's
to
not a
separate
bad
myself
thing.
because
There's two types of people in the world: people that were throwing and people that were ducking. All right, but you define
No, there were
yourself.
other people. There were people getting hit in the face. I was getting hit in the face. Can you still see Spalding?
Did you
Can
just
see
stand
that?
still? Didn't you try to duck?
No, I
At
didn't
least
stand
attempt
still.
to duck?
I was like 1'4".
Even
What was
if
I
you
supposed to do?
Joe, too. Imagine Joe when he was a kid, how tall he was. Probably like 5'1". But look, I mean, Joe knows. I mean, Joe has said this before that he was a small guy, and the way that he defended himself was to learn fighting, learn how to fight, and because of his small stature, and I think where he lived at in Boston or somewhere there, that they would pick on him constantly, and he had to man up or find a way to defend himself in order to to live a healthy life and get through the world and not get your ass kicked by other people they think that they're better than you or bigger than you.
I was
Even if you
getting
attempt
mean.
to duck, you're classified as a ducker, but they
I
define
probably
you.
still owe you lunch money, even though I didn't go to school with you.
Dude, I was not a lunch money taker. I threw the dodgeball, but I never took anybody's lunch money.
I think that's wise. But this is fun for you. You're having a good time.
It's fun, and it really is fun for the people who do the show, honestly.
Right.
They
And
have
they
a good
do
time
get
'cause it's so
$50,000 bucks.
silly.
Right.
Well, somebody does.
You don't think anybody's going to die from this thing?
No. But they by the time it gets to the stunt, past the stunt people,
Right.
it's been done so many times. It's like meticulously planned out.
Oh.
These guys coordinate everything like weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. The stunt guys test it and retest it. They're
So
not
you
going to
guys-
let it.
Do you guys remember when Joe was the Fear Factor guy? Man, I remember those days, man. I used to watch Joe Rogan's Fear Factor a while back, a long time ago, back in daytime TV. I mean, it was kind of crazy to watch people eat raw dicks and, pig anuses, sort of pickled, and Joe having a disgusted face, and also cheering people on to eat dick, which is, I mean, and now you see it. Now you see if more freely, because we got now like Liver King and people on YouTube that are just crazy.
Anything that's any more dangerous than playing like a game of tag football. Seriously. It
Can I
just
tell you
looks
how
scary.
bad, honestly, I broke my collarbone playing tag
You
football?
can hurt yourself in tag football.
I was just going to tell you, though, that idea about planning the show out, I'm going to
idea.
try that. Because we
good call,
so
right?
don't do that.
You should always try to plan things out.
God damn it. It's good to see you, though.
Good to see
And
you
you're
too,
having
man.
fun? You're going to get back into the acting thing and do all that?
If it's fun.
If it's fun.
Look, I'm a stand-up comedian. That's what I love
You're
to do.
still doing that, going around and
everything else I
traveling.
just do for money.
And
Really.
very funny one at that. Joe Rogan, the whore of whores, Joe Rogan. Airs on NBC on Sunday nights, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe. It looks like Joe was never really into acting, right? He was always into the stand-up and the Fear Factor and the UFC, and that's all he was doing. And it's funny to see Joe Rogan in this clip because at first he was like, critics suck, and then he was like, you know what, they're not that bad, It's just kind of fun to see there. Yeah.
Bye.